So today I'm at Elizabeth Bay House, which is one of the earliest examples of a colonial house built in Sydney in the 1830s. And I'm actually going to be able to come and sing a concert here later on next week for the Sound Heritage Sydney. So it's quite a treat inside. Come on in and I'll give you a tour of all of the rooms. I've just come into this room, which is the library of Alexander Macleay, and it's got some absolutely fascinating collections of his natural history, which he has quite a lot of collections that are now in the University of Sydney, but this is now closed for renovation. So within all of these cabinets, he stores all of his books, but then if we turn around the room, inside these cabinets, we have lots of examples of butterflies and insects from his natural history collections. Each room in Elizabeth Bay House really has its own character, but one thing that I really love is that they have these old pictures on display, and they're actually photographs, so it shows that the house was still in use until relatively recently. Most of the rooms have been set up to show home life here inside Elizabeth Bay. And I believe that this room here is a servant's room. Look at how little that there is inside this room. There is a chest of drawers, bed, a wash bowl, and even a fireplace. I wonder how many times this fire might have been lit in Sydney, considering it's quite warm compared to Britain. In here we have the master bedroom. And just look at the size of it. It's absolutely huge. Now the bed might not look too comfortable with its billowing mattress underneath the quilt, but in fact, if you were particularly well off, you would often have 3 mattresses, 2 filled with horsehair and 1 with wool. So it would be quite comfortable. And then imagine waking up in the morning and this is your view of the beautiful harbour before you. inside the house. Quite clearly a lady's room, since we have here her dressing table and even her writing desk with something on display. I can't quite read it, but I wonder what notes have been written down. We have a beautiful mirror and even a sitting chair and a few books. I wonder if these ladies in the picture were once the owners who stayed here. What I really love about these rooms is that there's so many little details for you to look at. And I'll be showing you another room right now, which has one other thing that's very close to my heart. Here we have the sitting room, which is upstairs. And look at this, a guitar on the couch with some music on the table. There's quite a lot of musical instruments in this house, which makes it absolutely fascinating. And there will be a concert taking place, which rehearsals are going on downstairs, and you might be able to hear behind me. You might not find this that interesting, but here is a linen closet which has been set up in the style of the house. Now it's important to know that these houses were lived in and people would have needed their linen in an accessible area right next to the bedrooms. Not quite sure that I would like a candle, but how else are you going to see inside a dark closet? Now most of the rooms in Elizabeth Bay are set up as they were in the period, which means you get a real flavour of what was going on in the house. But this room here has been set up in more of a style to watch a film, so that you can learn about other parts of the collection that are stored within here and get a bit more of a sense of what people might have been doing while they were living here in the house. So I've just finished my tour inside Elizabeth House, and what a treat to see it completely set up. There was only a few rooms that were a little bit bare, but that's absolutely fine because they had photos and they had films and different things for you to see inside. So this is a real treat to come and see. It's only about 10 minutes walk from the station, so if you're in Sydney, definitely come and check it out. And there's always lots of fun events and entertainment, so you can really capture a flavour of what the sights and sounds might have been like when this house was in its prime in the 1830s and 40s. As a final thing, I'd just like to point out the beautiful bay that is behind me, which is literally what you see as you step outside the front door of Elizabeth Bay House. Now what I'd like you to do for me is, once again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, go onto my Twitter, which is @BrieRob_Kirk, which I'll flash up right now for you. Follow my blog and generally just give me a comment and a thumbs up on this video if you like it, and let me know what you'd like to see next.